In today's video, I'm recreating a piece of art I created 5 years ago to see how I've changed as an artist. Hello all you lovely and wonderful people, I'm Seb Clark and welcome to my channel. Recently I was looking through some of my old notebooks and I came across one of my old art journals. Now this specific one was an art journal that I used to express my emotions and thoughts and feelings whilst I was having a depressive episode. For that reason I'm not going to share the whole contents of the notebook because there's some pretty weird stuff in there and not the good kind. However, towards the back of the journal there was this image which I remember creating when the fog and the heaviness started to clear. For that reason, even though I know that she needs a bit of improvement, I still really love her and the concept. 5 years later, I can look at her with a critical eye and analyse what I would do differently now. And the answer to that is a lot. And I'm hoping that I will see a progression in my abilities. As I look at her now, I'm instantly taken back to the time when I created her and how I was feeling that sense of relief that I could finally take a deep breath and see the light and colour at the end of a tunnel after such a long period of being surrounded by a foggy, heavy darkness. Looking at my lady now, I can see for a start the materials that I was using, the paper, the pencils were not ideal for what I was trying to achieve. I know that they say a bad workman blames his tools, but sometimes the materials that you use do make a massive difference. Now the pencils that I was using were from W.H. Smith. They're good if you're starting out and you don't want to spend a fortune on professional grade pencils. The downside is that they're not highly pigmented, so it's not very easy to get various tones or any vibrancy to your creation, especially not with the type of paper that I was using. The paper had a slightly glossy sheen to it, so absorbing any pigment from the pencils and giving it that flowy, watery feel that I wanted to achieve was probably not my best choice. So looking at the actual drawing / painting, I still love her, but the colour blends are off. I'm not a fan of her ears, and she has a bit of an Alice in Wonderland telescopic neck going on. It kind of looks like I gave up in the shoulder area, or I just didn't know what to do with them. Her lips are just no. Her chin seems slightly too big, or the mouth is too high. I'm not quite sure. I feel like I'm being really mean to my lady, and all this criticism aside, I still love her and what she represented at the time. So what am I gonna change? Well, for a start, the paper. This time around, I'm going to be using 300 GSMs of cold pressed watercolour paper, and I was torn between using watercolours or inks. I decided on using inks because I've recently rekindled my love for them after my Green Man sketch that I did for Beltane. The inks that I'm using I purchased from Amazon. I was actually after the glass pens and these inks came along with them, which was a bit of a bonus. Previously, when I used to do inky illustrations, I used to use Winsor & Newton inks. Sadly, they've dried up. So even though they're not a particularly well-known brand, I'm going to be using the ones that came with a glass pen. And there's a pretty good choice of colours, and if there's a colour that I need to mix, then you can easily mix the inks. So getting started with the second lady, I did trace around the original and then flip it. Then I could modify and refine what I didn't like about the original. I haven't made any drastic changes. I have given her a nose though. I haven't changed her hairstyle, but I have added some flowers, slightly changed the eye shape and the lips, and shortened that neck. As I'm going to be recreating the rainbow effect, I'm going to start with purple first and start drawing out the right side of her face. As purple is a peaceful and relaxing colour, I wanted that to be the main colour on the right hand side of her face, as if peace and tranquility are washing over her. I'm going to continue with the rainbow effect, but working backwards through the spectrum as I work on her image. I'm working in small areas, creating line work with the ink, And then with a cheap watercolour paintbrush that I got from Poundland. This is a size 2 synthetic brush. I'm then blending those lines with the paintbrush to create different tones and give that soft, dreamy, watery look. So basically using the inks like you would with watercolours. And continuing to do line work in small areas and then blending with the paintbrush. And changing the colours of the inks as I go around the portrait. It wouldn't be one of my creations if I didn't add some splashes. And whilst I have the pigment still on my paintbrush, I'm going to add the splashes along as I go. With regards to her mouth, this time I gave her a closed mouth rather than her lips slightly being apart. I was watching a video the other day from another arty YouTuber called Alpay. I strongly suggest, if you haven't already, you check out his channel. His art is amazing, like whole new level amazing. We're talking fine art. He made a point whilst working on a portrait in oils that it's so hard to get teeth right and so easy to make them look kind of scary if you're just a fraction off. So taking his advice, I've closed her mouth and I think she looks a lot better for it. You may notice as well that I've covered the ear with hair. It was kind of looking awkward, and so I took the easy way out and thought I'd hide it behind her hairstyle. Now this time around, I'm not leaving out the shoulders, but I'm going to give them a different look to the face. So I've used my paintbrush first and added a wash of clean water before I use my ink pen and let all those colours run and blend into each other, creating the effect that her shoulders are there, but in a more abstract way. I'm on to the last section of her hair, which I have been kind of avoiding actually. In some ways, I wish I'd taken the easier option and not added the flowers. I was at the stage of my painting where I thought everything's going really well and I could easily mess this up. I was getting quite stressed out about it actually, to the point that I thought, do you know what, just go to bed and start working on it again in the morning with fresh eyes. I'd had no specific idea of what flowers or leaves that I wanted to create, so I added basic leaf and flower shapes. Drawing the outlines of the leaves and the flowers first, and then going over them with the paintbrush to soften and blend those lines. I then go over each section of the hair to add texture and add an extra layer of ink on the areas where I need darker shadows. Seb asked me what I'm going to name her, and actually I have no idea. I don't tend to name my paintings. I'm pretty layman's and useless when it comes to naming things. I'd usually call something like this Rainbow Lady. But I think she deserves a name, and something that describes what this painting is all about. Seb suggested hope, and although that will probably be quite perfect for her actually, I can't help thinking that it should be something else. But I'm going to let you guys decide what her name is. So if any of you lovely people have any ideas what to name her and have some suggestions, then put them in the comments section below. And then I'll either put the suggestions up as a community vote, or if there's any particular names that crop up the most, then that will be her name. This is the bit that I'm looking forward to, putting them side by side each other. I am so pleased how she's turned out. But the one thing that makes me happier is that I can see some progression within my creative abilities from 5 years ago. And it makes me think, and it makes me question, if I continue putting in the hours, what will I be able to create 5 years from now? But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to support my art and this channel, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.